to find that special diversion that suits your taste. History, music, culture, charm, adventure. You'll find it all here, just a cruise away from your hometown.
Through the crowded Fort Lauderdale Inlet, we headed out on the 1992 Silverton 31 mid-cabin convertible. Just 1 mile off the coast of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with low-lying clouds and 1 to 3 foot seas, we began our evaluation. Upon docking the Silverton 31 convertible, I like the way the transom door opens to the inside. This way you're not battling your dock lines every time you want to open the door. Thank you. Shore power hooks up in the transom, not on the side of the boat, makes it much easier. With the shore power connected, let's take a look inside the cabin. V-berth features a makeup counter, makeup mirror, 110-volt access, good air conditioning, plenty of storage, side storage, good fabrics, nice colors on the V-berth. There's an overhead translucent hatch, access panel to your anchor locker. Side storage starboard side had a loose ceiling. There's also a hanging locker located on your starboard side. To get into your anchor locker, you have to crawl over your V-berth here, move a few pillows, take off this panel. In here you'll find your anchor locker. Should your line become kinked while unrolling it, you simply reach in here to get to it. Now if you want to install an anchor windlass system, notice all the wiring harnesses have already been laid by Silverton, should you want to install one at a later date. There's good storage under your forward berth. The box you see here has been pre-wired and ductwork is run should you want to install an air conditioner at a future date. Now stepping in to examine the galley area, the midship floor storage opens to inspection of your holding tank and appropriate plumbing. The wood on the panel and floor were well sealed. There's plentiful storage in the galley. Standing pantry, stainless steel sink, Delta faucet, 2-burner electric stove, 110-volt outlet, air conditioning vent, and a large counter space with 12-volt, 110-volt refrigerator nestled neatly under the counter. In the head starboard side, electric flush is factory installed. The electric flush switch on the floor may or may not be convenient depending on which way you're facing. The pressure water system, shower, and auto sump pump are just part of the standard equipment. To check your engine oil, you'll need to lift up this table and this floor panel located over the salon floor. The floor is supported by this rather tenuous bungee cord here. Oil dipsticks are easy to reach. Your battery selector switches, water fuel separator. These Crusader 350 inboards come standard with the boat, and freshwater cooling is not an option. They deliver that from the factory. New for 1992, rubber shock mounts to greatly reduce the vibration on inboards. The salon reflects the lighter colors being used by Silverton these days. The convertible design opens up the salon to a weather-controlled environment with a full view of all passing attractions. The integral step here in the cockpit steps you easily up to the gunnel. The pulpit features a drop-through anchor, 2 cleats. We especially like the plastic running lights as they don't corrode. The hawse pipe you see here drops through to the anchor locker. To access it, you'll have to make a trip back downstairs. The gunnel walkway is easy to manage. The 6 steps leading up to the bridge are made of low-maintenance Lexan. The seat is comfortable and within easy reach of the wheel. Shifts and throttles are well placed, instruments are within good eyesight, circuit breakers are employed. There's an electronics panel for future installations. With port-side bench seat and 2 captain's chairs, 4 to 6 adults can enjoy the panoramic view. A few pieces of standard equipment not yet mentioned: AM/FM stereo cassette, pre-wiring for the generator, converter, 30 amp dockside power, dockside TV and phone connections, ground fault interrupter, ball valves on through hole, hot water heater, and, well, see your dealer for the rest. Base mow price with twin 350 marine power inboards at time of this evaluation is only $79,500.
Boating Today feels serious concern about the near inability of any government or public agency to collect significant, reliable data on boating safety standards in U.S. waters. The basic problem rests in an almost universal ignorance about the guidelines for reporting accidents. While the need to report fatalities or missing persons seems obvious, a boat owner is also obligated to report any injury requiring more than first aid or any damages exceeding $500. As the result of a recent survey by the American Red Cross, which estimates almost 240,000 accidents that should have been reported in the 88-89 season, the Coast Guard has actually reduced its percentage of reported accidents from 10% to a mere 2.5% of these accidents. Accidents are inevitable, and when they occur, Boating Today strongly suggests that integrity and common sense take precedent. Winthrop P. Rockefeller, great-grandson of tycoon John D. Rockefeller, has recently purchased Hatteras of Lauderdale, one of the best-known yacht dealerships in the U.S. Rockefeller is widely known in yachting circles as founder and president of the Miami-based Billfish Foundation. Boating Today's new product of the month is the Never Knot by Multi-Tie Incorporated of Ontario, Canada. It mounts on either the top, front, or underside of a dock, so the marine Never Knot can work at any angle to eliminate insecure and troublesome knots. The Anderson Marine Division of Peterson Manufacturing Company in Grandview, Missouri, has introduced a new oscillating mini fan designed for boaters and campers. The standard mini fan has 4.5-inch blades and an 8-foot cord that conveniently plugs into any 12-volt cigarette lighter. And that's it for this month's Boating News.
I can't wait. No phone calls, no business appointments, no financial spreadsheets. Just a warm afternoon of quiet relaxation, floating on the water, and doing a little book bonding with Einstein. E equals MC squared.
Hey, look, there's Glenn. Hey, Glenn, I'll grab the skis.
This is great, Glenn. We were hoping to find you here.
Wait.
Glenn, excuse me. Can't you see we're trying to load up the boat?
Watch your head.
I wonder if they have any mineral water. Is there a chance they were really serious about hearing me recite Einstein's theory of relativity? This day might still be salvageable. The 1992 Sea Ray 200 bow rider, shown here with the optional canvas package of aft curtain, side curtain, and bow cover. With a forecast of clear, sunny skies, let's go ahead and stow the canvas. Sea Ray has a reputation for quality. Let's try to find out just some of her secrets. In the bow here, there's a small amount of storage, just enough for your mushroom anchor. Now the reason Sea Rays run carpet all the way up the side here is to provide sound deadening. That is, it gives you a quieter ride when the boat's underway. Underneath your bow cushions, there's great storage. And what I really like about this is the way they finished off the bottom of the seats. All these staples are stainless steel, they won't rust. And Sea Ray uses very little wood. This piece right here is Lexan. It won't chip, rot, you don't have to worry about it. Inside your storage compartment here, you can see how they gel coated this off very well. Also, the carpet continues to run all the way around the side. Even the woods on the side here have been gel coated and are fiberglass into the floor. This is all one integral piece. The weep hole in the bottom allows water drainage. Notice the way the water will run down your windshield here. This small rain gutter keeps the water from running over the lip and back into the boat again. Portside console has a built-in glove box. This gray gel coat they sprayed on here greatly reduces the glare. Now notice the full piano hinge on the lid here. The glove box is completely carpeted. A lot of manufacturers will take a plastic box, stick it in here and add a few pop rivets. This is nicely done. Just below this is an ice chest. This Lexan lid you see won't shatter when the boat's underway. This will hold a 12-pack of your favorite pop and a bag of ice. Last but not least, a safety rail for the passenger. The Sony AM/FM cassette is standard equipment and comes with 4 waterproof speakers. Located on top of the stylish dash is a pre-molded compass position. Gauge inspection can be made at a glance. The gray surface is applied to reduce the sun's glare. This 12-volt accessory plug is standard equipment. This panel you see built into the floor here is an access panel for your fuel tank. Should you get some water in it, need to repair the tank, it's very easy and saves a lot of time from a service standpoint. This teak step has built into the side of the boat. Notice that it's flush. This way you're not tripping on it when you're loading and unloading on the boat. Now a lot of your manufacturers have a big grill right here. This is an intake for the blower to air out the bilge compartment. Sea Ray's built the intakes into the side of the boat. It's much cleaner and looks a lot nicer. The cleats you see here have been flush mounted into the swim platform also. This way if a swimmer slips, you don't have the cleat sticking him in the leg. Gas cap is flush mount, and this tape is fuel resistant. Should your fuel spill over, the tape doesn't peel off. This ski tow eye is standard equipment, as is this 2-step boarding ladder, making it easy for swimmers to load and unload. You see a lot of manufacturers that run a giant wood screw through the top of this bow rail. Sea Ray's done just the opposite. They've threaded this bow rail, bolted it from the underside, and reinforced it with a backing plate. This bow rail's not going anywhere. A question for you. Why would a manufacturer install this bump on the front of the deck in front of the windshield? The answer? Sea Ray's installed this at exactly the right angle. If you ever want to install a windshield wiper, this angle matches the windshield, so you have a perfect installation. Again, it's the small details that really make the difference. A newly improved Mercruiser drive system is part of the standard package. The white color in the seats keep things cool but can be more difficult to keep clean. This cockpit seating plan includes bucket seats and sun deck. Cockpit seating plan number 2 converts to back-to-back seats with jump seats at the transom. The sun deck interior yields tremendous storage under the bench seat, a great place to stow your water skis, jackets, or fishing rods. The convertible top stores under the sun deck. Unique to Sea Ray is the way the Acrylon cover material has been treated with vinyl on the underside to prevent leakage. The Mercruiser 4.3-liter engine is standard equipment, which thrusts out 155 horsepower at the prop. As she eases off the trailer and into the water, keep in mind this boat will fit on a variety of different trailers. A sincere thank you to Parker Boat Company in Orlando, Florida for their assistance with this evaluation. Planing time is less than 3 seconds with good visibility. She holds extremely tight in the turns with cavitation virtually non-existent. While kicking up spray, the bench seat remained dry. The wake is small enough to be conquered by the kids on skis or even Grandpa if he gets a little feisty. Due to manufacturer's request, check with your local dealer for pricing and availability.
New Orleans boasts a remarkable tapestry of culture, style, and nightlife. And in this segment of Food, Fashion, and Fun, we present a sampling of these various diversions. Take a brief visual vacation with us now as we toast the hostess of our party, the Queen of the Mississippi, New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans, noted as the birthplace of jazz. Musicians such as Louis Armstrong and Pete Fountain hail from this fine city. It still proudly boasts a traditional music style that is alive and kicking today. The Palm Court Jazz Cafe is one of the few establishments in which legendary musicians still perform. This cafe, built in 1989 as the only live 20s-style jazz club, offers fine dining and elegant cuisine. It serves classic dishes such as jambalaya and crawfish étouffée. Whether a parade, festival, or funeral, New Orleans celebrates in true jazzy style.
Karen, shopping? More shopping? Some port of call.
Come here.
Enough already.
Come here. Look at all this great stuff.
Yeah, really neat.
Glenn, you just don't know how to enjoy a good walk down the streets of New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Look, the blue dog.
Huh?
George Rodriguez uses the memory of his late dog Tiffany as the model for the blue dog. It's world famous. Also, could resemble that Cajun ghost dog that roams Bayou country.
A blue
Hey, I
dog.
wonder what's in here.
Karen, you're impossible.
Hey, an oldie store.
Yeah. Now that's something I could get into.
Glenn.
Yeah. Wah! Hey, look, a Malachi elephant from Mom.
Glenn.
I'll be right back.
Sure. Glenn. Glenn, my feet are tired. I've got to rest. You're wearing me out. Any tables for two?
Karen,
Glenn. I knew it would come to this, cooking our way through New Orleans. But no one can resist the scrumptious temptation of Creole pralines, pecans, and pure Louisiana cane sugar. The Old Jackson Brewery is just our style. Newly refurbished, it's filled with boutiques and shops like the Little Shop of Fantasy, and plenty of places to get into trouble. With Cajun and Creole cooking such a top Louisiana attraction, markets and cooking schools abound in the French Quarter. Can't forget a crawfish and those wonderful spices. A fun day, but just like Glenn, you might find your time in New Orleans slipping away as swiftly as a magic trick.
I want something to make him disappear.
I'll tell you what, here, try this.
And what do I say? It's like
The magic word.
abracadabra.
The next day, I spent several hours at Yvonne LaFleur's beautiful boutique located in the Riverbend area of New Orleans. With superb evening gowns, sportswear, lingerie, and bridal apparel, Yvonne also maintains one of the few custom millinery shops remaining in the U.S. I met her assistant, Bobby Reed, who told me that Yvonne travels to New York weekly and to Paris frequently, personally attending to each meticulous detail of the inventory. Her ability to set stage, to create warm, feminine environments with her fashion, I've not seen surpassed. A light chemistry of floral oils combine in her distinctive signature fragrance. My day with Yvonne went something like this. I noticed when I walked in just right away that you have a fabulous collection of clothing. I mean, everything from lingerie to evening gowns. What is your most popular selling item this time of year?
New Orleans is very lucky from a retail point of view. We close Christmas Eve, and then December 26th, we open for another big retail season called Mardi Gras. And all the ladies are required to wear full-length ball gowns to the balls, which start January the 6th, 12 days after Christmas, and till March the 3rd. This year we'll be selling formals. And we have a beautiful selection, everything from taffetas and velvets, laces.
So you also custom fit these gowns to the buyers.
One of the very special services at the store is when a lady buys a gown or anything from Yvonne LaFleur, it is perfectly fitted on her, free of charge.
If I was going to Mardi Gras, what would you recommend for me?
Well, for you, I would show you a beaded gown, but I would show you a very simple gown. A tone on tone is very important as compared to the multi, because you will make such an impact when you enter the room already just because of your height. I would show you a gown that's very structured.
That's gorgeous.
And it's a very simple gown with beautifully structured shoulders, a nice jewel neck, molded to the body, so you'd have long arms, shoulders, bust, and your hips would look very nice with a keyhole back.
Oh, that's pretty.
And this particular dress would be altered free of charge, but it also could be ordered in any of these colors to your measurements. I would suggest this color for you.
I love this color. This is exactly what I would pick.
So maybe we could try this gown on and I could show you how it would look. I think it'll fit you great.
I'd love to. Great. Okay, I think that's perfect. You made the most perfect selection. I love it.
The color's quite lovely on you.
Thank you. Well, in addition to this fabulous collection of gowns, you also have a terrific sportswear line.
Yes, and I'd love to show you our sportswear. I believe a lady needs 10 pieces of basic sportswear to be well dressed. I'd like to show you.
Great. Well, I'm excited. Let's go see some. What do you think?
I think it just looks great
I
on
love
you.
it.
The color is fabulous on you. You can really wear the shade of red with the ivory accent.
Yvonne, I know you've been in this business for quite a while, but tell me a little bit about how you got started.
I started my store in 1969 as a jean shop, and the mix of merchandise and the variety of lines just gradually evolved into 3 stores filled with pretty things.
You've got a magnificent store, and I'll be certain to come back.
Well, New Orleans is a great place to visit.
Yvonne LaFleur, a true Southern lady and a willing partner in helping all of us participate in the genteel pleasures of a more feminine lifestyle with her beautiful designs. Even Yvonne's hats reflect the grandeur and splendor of Southern garden parties and balls. When in town, you'll want to stop by. If New Orleans appeals to you as a destination, don't hesitate to contact the office of its Tourist and Convention Commission at area code 504-566-5045. The staff there really deserves our thanks. They gave us great guidance and support in the preparation of our story.
A 1990 19-foot Wellcraft Eclipse 196 with a Mercruiser 230 horsepower, Sundeck interior, galvanized trailer, sold for $11,600. A 1988 23-foot Glastron Carlson with a Mercruiser 260 horsepower, galvanized tandem trailer with surge brakes, sold for $13,900. A 1987 27-foot Sea Ray 270 Sundancer with twin Mercruiser 230 horsepower inboard outdrives, air conditioning and generator, sold for $41,500.
Glenn, you know we've been getting quite a bit of mail lately, and I was going through and found one from Weeping in Wisconsin. And she writes, "Dear Boating Today, I'm in mourning over the loss of the evaluator in his jump off the Atlantic 47.
Dear Weeping, you've obviously underestimated the prowess of the evaluator. Look for part 2 in your mailbox soon."
In the meantime, remember, wherever you're cruising, keep safe boating on board.
See you next month.